favorite new people in my life and one of my favorite new comedians in Bend. So please put your hands together for Tess Eddington, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know how to lower this, so I'm just gonna hold it. Thank you you nailed my name.
Yeah!
Thank you so much. It's 4 letters, but a lot of people just call me Jess or Tessa. And the other night I was doing a show and I got introduced as Jess Edison. And I kind of looked around and I was like, is that me? I think that's me. I generally won't ever correct anybody. I have no backbone and I hate conflict. And I feel like that's probably because I'm Canadian. It's just kind of how we're built. And it's been hard living in America, honestly. I've been here for over a decade and haven't learned anything, obviously. I think there's some pros to it. I got pulled over a few weeks ago. Thank you, it was my first time getting pulled over. I was panicked. But the guy pulled me over and he's like, do you know how fast you were going? And I was like, I don't. And he's like, you don't? And I was like, no, my car's in kilometers. And he kind of just leaned in and goes, oh my God, so it is. And I was like, yeah, let me know if you want the temperature in Celsius. I have that too. And he just let me go. I was like, bye, thank you. I feel like where it gets me into trouble is like saying no to things. I don't do well with that. I ended up agreeing to be in a wedding of someone that I met twice. And that was bad. I felt really guilty. She sent me like this cute like kind of package, I guess, that was like, will you be a bridesmaid? And like, I mean, I should have said no. But I was like, yeah, for sure. But in the time that she was engaged, it's about 1.5 years, she moves to Montana, and I had a baby. So there was 1.5 years where I could have been like, hey man, a lot has changed since I agreed to this, like maybe let's not. But did I do that? No. I put an infant in a car seat and drove to Montana. I just think it's kind of weird that there's someone in Montana somewhere that has photos of me in her house. And like when people are like, oh my God, are those your girlfriends? No, they're not. There was a moment during the wedding where it was just her and I, and we were taking photos, just her and I together, and the photographer goes, do something that describes your friendship. And I was like, fuck. What do I do? So I was like, let's look at each other. I was so panicking. Like, it was just so cringeworthy. And what else do I do? Oh, I stayed in a relationship for almost a decade because I didn't know how to say, I think you're a huge asshole. He had a really nice family. I feel like family can mask abuse pretty well. He had like really nice parents, and mine are dead, so I think, thanks Steve. And I think I just didn't want to lose another set of parents. When I did finally leave, I told him I was going to work and I drove to Canada. Bye! It was complicated. We were married, owned a house together. I learned nothing from this situation because I then married another American. That is why I am still here. But when I did drive home, I get to the Canadian border and the guy's like, so what brings you home to Canada? And I was like, oh, I'm getting a divorce. And he just leans out the booth and goes, it's better than being married to the same woman for 15 years and being miserable. He's like, you know what, Ron? I feel like we're not talking about me anymore. He's like, we're not. I was like, okay. Good luck to your poor wife. She doesn't know what's coming. I also struggle exercising in this country? That sounds weird, I'll elaborate. When I lived in Portland, I ran a lot, and I was running in Laurelhurst Park. And this was when Laurelhurst Park wasn't great. I was running at dusk one night, and a guy comes out of the bush and just grabs me by the arm. And instead of maybe answering in an American way, or just anyone with a backbone, and saying get the fuck off me, I was like, oh, no thank you. And he was so thrown by what I had said that he was like, oh, she was polite. I won't kill her. So that was nice. But after that, I was like, I think I'm gonna buy pepper spray. Pepper spray is illegal in Canada. So I had to Google where to get it. You can get it at Big Five. So I go to Big Five, I put the pepper spray on the counter. The guy's like, what's this for? And I was like, oh, I like to run, so it's just maybe for that. And he goes, you know what, this isn't gonna help you if you get shot. It would not. You're right. And he goes, did you hear about the woman who was running downtown and got shot? It's like, I didn't until just now. You've been super helpful today. So, yeah, that wasn't ideal. I don't have the same issues running in Bend. I feel pretty good about running in Bend, honestly. I have had one little thing that happened. I was running, and I run up to a crosswalk, and I'm waiting to cross, and there's a guy that's waiting to cross the other way. And we're wearing the same thing. We're wearing a very interesting color of turquoise shorts and a black t-shirt, and he's running with a baby and a dog, and I'm running with my baby and my dog. I was like, that's kind of funny. And he's not really looking at me, and finally he sort of looks over, and I go, nice outfit. And he just goes, I'm married. I was like, I should have said, hey man, don't flatter yourself, we're wearing the same thing. But instead I said, yeah, I'm married too. And then he ended up just crossing before the light turned. He would rather get his child hit by a car than stand next to me for another 30 seconds. So, after all this, I'm like, maybe I should join a gym because running is not working, clearly. So I tried Burn Boot Camp a few weeks ago. Don't know if anyone's heard of it. It's just a woman screaming at you for the better part of 45 minutes. But they had a daycare, and they had a free week advertised. So I was like, oh, that's cool, I'll try it. It was awful. You don't ever know where the woman is in the room because she's over a PA system. And sometimes, though, she's right beside you. Day 2, she turned her mic off, and she's crouched down and was like, how many reps are you at? I'm like, it's cute that you think I'm counting, but I'm just focused on not having a heart attack. But I didn't say that, I said 10. I just made up a number, and she goes, great, 30 more. Oh, 30, a quick 30. Another thing that they do there is you high five in between every station. And I don't love high fiving. I have really dry hands and it's just awkward. I'm looking at Elaine now because I feel like I'm gonna get a high five when she takes this mic from me. I don't like high fives. And at the end of the week, they're like, so what did you think? And in true Canadian style, I went, loved it. It's $189 a month, and you have to sign up for a year. That's like 300 Canadian. But instead of just saying no, I'm poor, I was like, you know what? I might be getting deported in November. So I just don't want to commit to anything right now. She was like, totally understand. Anyways, my name is Jess, or Tess. Thank you so much.
Tess Edison, ladies and gentlemen, the very Canadian Tess Edison. It's getting